Waratah Oval, Maryland Fletcher versus Wallsend District Cricket Club. Happy Halloween. Maryland Fletcher versus Wallsend District Cricket Club.
Awan, Cooper, Herring, Javed, Lennox, Perrott, Pettigrew, Simmons, Singh, Varoxis, Ward, Young. Awan, Cooper, Herring, Javed, Lennox, Perrott, Pettigrew.
Maryland Fletcher Cricket Club, Wallsend District Cricket Club, Waratah Oval, Denis Broad Cup semi-final action, T5.
Awan, Cooper, Herring, Javed, Lennox, Perrott, Pettigrew, Simmons, Singh, Varoxis, Ward, Young. Good morning, everybody, from Waratah Oval. Dan Saunders and David Redden here with you at the Denis Broad Cup Finals Day. It's a glorious day. First of all, good morning to the great man, Dan Saunders. Hello, Dan.
Hi, Dave. Great to be here. It's been a frustrating morning for everybody, players, officials and commentators alike. The play about to get underway for the first semi-final here in the Denis Broad Cup.
Dan, please give everybody an update as to this game. We'll worry about other games later. Can you quickly give everybody an update as to what's going on here and the way this game's being played, please?
Okay, so we've got a very exciting game about to unfold before us. It is a T5 game, 5 overs a side, due to the time lost due to the wet weather here at Waratah overnight with the covers quite waterlogged. So it'll be 5 overs a side. So it's just basically going to be a tonk fest, I dare say, from ball one, Dave.
Absolutely spot on. And to everybody listening and watching, g'day. It's great to be back here with the great man Dan Saunders. Dan, congratulations on what was a magnificent performance with you and Neil McDonald and others at the grand final at Arca Oval in April. Doesn't seem that long ago. A fantastic job, mate. It was great to listen to.
I appreciate that, Dave. No, it was a fun day. It was a great game. As we're underway here at Waratah Oval, this field there.
So again, this is a 5-over game each, 30 balls each. And having been, we were talking earlier on, Dan. You and I crossed over with commentary paths at George Foley Oval last year with a 5-over game that I commentated on, Uni and Waratah Mayfield.
Yeah, from all reports, that was a pretty exciting 5-over-side game of cricket. It's the first single of the day there to Maryland Fletcher. So Wallsend won the toss, sent Maryland Fletcher in the bat. Interesting what a competitive total will be in a 5-over-side game.
Just been asked actually to live score, but it looks like somebody is doing this. So no ball called as well, I think.
No ball, that'll be a free hit.
Will be.
Yeah, the crowd I think are onto that too. So
it's Josh Pettigrew with the ball at the moment, and I'm looking at live scoring as well. It looks like that's been done, Dan, which is helpful.
Excellent.
It's David Bailey is on strike at the moment. He's got the lock and load. Now the field can't change, ladies and gentlemen, because it's the same striker. And normally here, now Pettigrew's taking the option here, Dan, to go around the wicket, left arm around the wicket here. And he'll either bowl a slower ball or a Yorker, I reckon. That's the normal standard when they... And he's bowled a shorter ball bouncer and got away with it. So Bailey couldn't put that ball away. Still none for two early doors here, so there's only 30 legal balls to be bowled today. And up the top of that, there's a live tube stream. If you scroll up the top of that, that's how I found mine. Hopefully that's come on for everybody.
Pettigrew again into Bailey. Big single taken there, just hit their forward of point. The third run of the innings there, Dave.
Indeed. Stepped away outside leg stump and actually smoked that quite comfortably. And hopefully you're getting this footage. We're having a few little technical gremlins here, as always happens at the start of a coverage. Gets a piece of that. Just gets it outside the circle. Is there a double on here? They're going to push. And they get a comfortable 2. Well run. Bailey and Carlisle together. Chris Carlisle and Bailey. Yep, yeah, they're the guys who are batting at the moment.
Yeah, Carlisle and Bailey both know how to get going from ball one. Both big hitters of the ball. Ooh, that's some wheels on it.
And it's also wide. Actually did well to stop that being 5 wides. Yeah.
Very much so.
Pettigrew's played junior representative, kicked in the Newcastle program. He was, when he was younger, quite rapid. He's about the same. He's in the same age group as Jason Sanger, actually, Dan.
Okay, so yeah, young and fit. So the fielding restrictions for 5 overs a side. Are we looking at 1 over or 2 overs?
Normally it's 6 in 20, and if you go by that, it's normally 1. In the games that I've scored and managed, it's been a single taken there, so no boundary so far from Pettigrew's only over. It should be 1 over.
1 over, and bowlers restricted to 1 over each.
That's right.
So no room for error. You need to get it right from the start.
So Wallsend would be very pleased with giving 7 runs off the first over. Pettigrew's done his job there. Carlisle's on 4, Bailey's on 1. The score is none for 7. Good start for Wallsend there. They haven't hit the boundary yet, Maryland Fletcher, and they need to. You're looking down realistically at 50. On a normal pitch, 50 would be your minimum. This pitch has got, the reason we're delayed today, ladies and gentlemen, we do apologise for the delay, is that the pitch was damp this morning. We had a long 3-hour delay. And we'll talk about what's happening later on when we get a short moment in play. This will be frenetic for 10 overs, so stick with us. He's going to be run out here. And there's the first wicket with the lovely Zinger Bales. And that's a very important, that's a good start in this over. Okay, thank you. So we've just been told that the video isn't working live stream. We'll get somebody on that for you. We've got to worry about commentating. We'll let somebody else look after that for you. Hopefully you can hear us. Was that Josh Hall who said that? Josh, thank you. Can you possibly let us know if you can hear us on audio, please, Josh? I'm taking that you can. But if you could let us know, that'd be great. Sorry about these technical issues. It's all been a mad rush this morning. First wicket down. So Maryland Fletcher at 1 for 7 after 7 legal balls. Goes hard from his first ball. Gets an outside edge down to third man. Lovely arm, just a single. Still, Wallsend have not given up a boundary yet, which is important for them.
Video seems to be working now, Dave. We've got vision here at the ground.
Thank you. I just need to know who's gone in. Bowls off knee-high full toss and steps outside leg stump and hits at the point. Another single. Again, Wallsend will be very pleased.
Just done a couple of ball delay here, unfortunately. So
okay, no problems. So I think it might have been Bailey that may have been run out, but I just need to confirm that.
Ooh,
oh, that could be 4. Has that got enough on it?
Yeah, it's going all the way.
And that's 4 runs. That is the first boundary today. Very important for Maryland. They need these boundaries when you're setting a target in 5 overs. And just over the keeper's head. And luck's a fortune. Again, apologies for some technical issues that we're having here at the moment. We'll do the best we can. Second over. That might be 6. Well. That's massive.
Great off the bat.
Didn't it make a sweet sound? That's enormous over cow. And as Dan said, it sounded fantastic off the bat, didn't it, big fella? 10 runs in 2 balls there.
Right in the wheelhouse. So that's a great start for Maryland Fletcher.
This is what they need to do. They've only got 18 balls left after this over. So
it was Chris Carlisle who was running out.
It was Carlisle's run out.
So this is the new batsman on strike who's smoking them from ball 1. Dave Bailey's at the non-striker's end.
With the red hat, thank you. Ooh. Uses the option of the shorter ball and it works for him. Goes for the hoik and misses. And that's the second over done. I'm sorry that we can't give you a score at the moment.
Okay, that was Jared Toohey as the new batsman.
Jared Toohey's in, thank you.
At the end of the second over, Maryland Fletcher, 1 for 18.
Okay, that's not actually updating on my version of my cricket at the moment. So
yes,
there you go. So there we go. Now we're right. Now it's come up to date. So it's 1 for 18. Toohey is 11. Toohey's hit the 4 and the 6. Again, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, we are just. It's been a bit of a rush here in the last few minutes, but we're getting there. Video's up and running. Dan Saunders with David Redden here at Waratah Oval. We're here all afternoon. So Simmons goes for 12, Pettigrew for 6. The score is 18 for 1.
Live stream's right on point as well.
Thank you. And just waiting for the details of the new bowler. To come up on our screens.
So Javed will be the bowler.
Oh, thank you. It's okay. It's,
Dave Bailey on strike.
Umar Javed. Bailey gets one that hits this moist surface down and that pops on him. Keeper standing up, he's got the lid on. And that's why it's difficult to bat here today.
Yeah, I think the ball, it's not going to come on, but as you said, like with that delivery there will be some that will pop.
Bailey hits one into his pad. Yeah, the easy was the call. They probably didn't need to throw that. A single, another good, well done to Wallsend. They've still only given up 2 boundaries early doors. It's 19 for 1 is the score. 2 balls into the third over. Remember that this is a T5 today. Most unusual, T5 today. is that a stumping request? It's not bowled and it's not stumped, so that's a very important dot ball. Bowls a very full one, and
yeah, I think it goes without saying dot balls are absolute gold in this format. Now there's 2 out of the ring.
There's 3.
There's 3 out of the ring,
Dan.
of course,
and a third man, so they're out. They're already
so
out. There's a third. I reckon he's out the circle. That's right. Inside edge on the pad there. Umpire says no to the not out, so that's a single to Tui. 20 for 1. This has been a terrific over here by Umar Javed.
Innings is already half over, Dave Redden.
Indeed, Dan.
Okay, this rate, 40 par.
End of the over, I'll get you to give us a bit of a plug for the your radio shows, please, if you wouldn't mind. Got all of that
fantastically, just inside the boundary. That's 4 runs. Dave Bailey has got as much on that as he could possibly hope for. Great shot. Takes the tally to 1 for 24 midway through the 3rd over here.
Lovely. That was a pure cricket shot. That was an inside-out off-drive. Lovely shot. Got the wrongly erding length there. Are there 4 in the circle? Yes, there are. At the points. Man at third man looks to be outside the circle from our distance. Oh, that's a no-y.
It could be a no ball, is it?
That could be a 5-run no ball. Okay, so it's a no ball. Was it 6? So that's going to really... So, and they get a lock and load here too, Dan.
Free hit.
Free hit and a warning. So this over, after being quite effective, he's gone for 9 off 1 ball, and he gets this ball as a free hit. There's the lock and load signal.
He's Bailey to 11 off 8 balls.
Score check, please, Dan.
Free hit. Score is 1 for 29.
Okay. And
1 ball remaining in the 3rd over. This free hit. This could be very damaging.
It could be. Where's he going to go? I reckon he goes square.
If he can. No, short.
And they get away with, off the free hit, they get away with the single. That's very good. He's actually done that well. He's bowled to his field. So the score at the end of 3 overs is 1 for 30, Maryland Fletcher.
Yep. David Bailey, 12 off 8. Jared Toohey, 12 off 6.
And that's not a bad score. I mentioned that I reckon 50 is par in that game that I called last year before the changeover with yourself at George Farley. I think that end scores like 53 or 54, and Nathan Hudson got into them and so forth, and that was made quick work of. But this was a different pitch. That was a belter.
Yeah, very much so. So 2 overs remaining in this 5 over a side semi-final.
Bailey is on strike here. And I'm going to go over to the YouTube channel if I can and watch myself.
Well, it looks like Rhythm Singh will be bowling the 4th over for Wallsend District Cricket Club.
Okay.
Dave Bailey, as you said, back on strike after a single from that last ball from the free hit.
Please note Dan Saunders electing not to continue on with any cheeky remarks. Right arm off his right arm new balls actually, but it looks by the look of it. Single, well kept actually. Single to Bailey. Score check is 1 for 31. There's 11 balls left in this first innings. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is a T5, 5 overs aside. Match delayed by 3 hours due to damp spots on the pitch, and there were a lot of them. Dan and I were out there quite a bit this morning. Oh. Outside edge, they might get a double here. Man's going to have to come and run around his right hand.
Back for 2.
Well run, Tui. As soon as he had to run around his right hand, it was a double, wasn't it? 1 for 33 after 20 balls. Tui doing his job. I wonder if he's got a sweep in him because there's no one back there. He might be stumped and out. Well done by the keeper. Really well done. That's a stumping. We'll just watch. We can see this in a little bit of delay. Comes down the crease and does a very good job. And it's a wide as well.
It's a wide, yeah.
So there's a single there as well. So they get a run and an extra delivery. Smart
tactic there by Wallsend though. I think that was an intentional play. I think they're happy to forego the run there to get that wicket because getting Toohey, as we've seen what he could do from ball 1, big wicket for Wallsend.
So that should be 2 for 34 when that score's updated. With the wide and the wicket by mine. Are you agreeing with that? 2 for 34?
2 for 34, because that ball have to be rebowled.
Correct.
You've still got 10 balls remaining.
Yeah. 50 is very much on the cards here, Dan. Very much. It is 2 for 34. Live scorers have got that right on the money. The new batsman looks like it's John Hole, the skipper, according to our... sorry, it's Dane Stevens is just come up on our update screen. Dane Stevens is the new batsman. It's 2 for 34. There are 10 balls left.
It's a very slick
short
glove work behind the stumps.
Was
and that
slick.
stumping. Jason Veroxis.
Stevens gets his first ball and plays a pull shot down to long on. Gets a single. Bailey back on strike. 2 for 35. 9 balls left. Again, I think that 50 would be a minimum target here. Pitch is actually playing reasonable. There's been no real quick bowlers to exploit it. Pedigree let 1 or 2 go. Bailey comes down the pitch, goes straight back over the bowler's head. Gets 1. Fieldsman comes off his knee, stops a boundary. Double to Bailey. And 2 for 37 is the score. 3.4 overs gone. Shade's just perfect for us now. Damn, we've
just starting to
we
get
can see our
comfortable.
screens. It's great, isn't it? Get down here to Waratah Oval. Watch some terrific Dennis Broad Cup cricket this afternoon. Dan Saunders and David Redden here with you all day. Looking forward to being next to the great man. Looking forward to some interesting anecdotes during the day and some terrific cricket. Singh. Got him again. That's another stumping. That was lovely. He flighted that and it dropped. Bailey on the charge. Just get that up in the air and I'll tell you what, he's got a lovely pair of hands.
Yes.
Really, really nice. And another stumping. 3 for 37 is the score now.
Bailey, sorry, Dave.
You go, Dan. Go
I was say Bailey 15 from 12 deliveries.
Did his job.
Yeah, and again, there's no point leaving wickets in the stands. You may as well go through as many as you need to get as many runs on the board.
Quickly, while batsmen are crossing, talk us about, through your FM handle, what you're up to and how people can listen to you.
Oh, Port Stevens, 6 till 7, most Tuesday nights on Port Stevens FM 100.9. No program this Tuesday night due to Melbourne Cup. I'll be at a function and getting to Nelson Bay could prove an issue.
I reckon I'm one of the few people that doesn't get on the function at Melbourne Cup Day. But yes. So again, it's 100.9. Yeah,
100.9 Port Stevens FM every Tuesday, 6 till 7. The first hour is a local sporting program. Talk all sorts of sport. A lot of cricket in the summer seasons. Yep. Got, of course, the Stockton District Cricket Club, the Port Stevens Pythons, the Nelson Bay Cricket Club. We promote a lot of what they're doing through their seniors, their juniors as well, their women's cricket.
New batsman just while we're waiting is Cal Pinto, and you do have the New South Wales country captain on occasion, do you not? The great man.
Yeah, Nick Foster's been a great contributor to the program, great supporter, and it's very appreciative of his time always.
Singh's actually done a really good job of this. So that might be
Another
out.
Wicket.
Another one. So they've taken 3 wickets. So watch.
That hurts too.
It does.
That's Stevens.
It was Stevens that was run out. Lovely bit of work by Singh, and that should be his over. And it should be 4 for 37. I still think that 50's on here. That should be at the end of the over, and it is. These games, having been at a couple of them, one of the Australian country champs and one in Newcastle cricket, they are a lottery, Dan. And often, because of the nature of it, you're often going onto wickets that aren't necessarily belters because there's been rain delays. So the score is 4 for 37 going into. There are 6 balls left. Stevens is the batsman out, run out. Singh, very smart bit of work getting back to the stumps at the bowler's end.
3 wickets to fall in the over.
Yes, 2 stumpings and a run out.
So 1 over left in the Maryland Fletcher innings. 3 for 30, 4 for 37,
4 for 37
on 4 overs.
Just hasn't updated yet on our screen. 6 balls left in the innings. So Wallsend have gone with a deep point, long off, long one right in front of us, deep forward square. Have they got... Where's the 5th man out? 1, 2, 3, 4. There he goes now. So they're putting a deep forward square's moving to square, and they're putting a man out at cow, which is smart. So they've gone with a 3 set on the offside in the ring, and a man at short backward square leg. Josh Hole and Cal Pinto are the batsmen. Josh Hole's on strike. That might be a wide first ball, and it is. 4 for 38 now. 6 balls left in the innings.
This is Ben Herring.
Ben Herring.
Bowling the 5th and final over of the innings.
Pulling a Greg Matthews and bowling in his cap.
Shot.
They should be after a double here. They should be in and out the blocks quickly. Cooper's got a chance here.
Well ran. Drops
it, and they get 2. Hole not overly quick. Pinto was flying. He could have scored 3. And Hole was in first gear all the way. Runs like me, like a crippled ballistic missile submarine, but he got there.
4 for 40.
Has he got enough of that to get a double? I don't think so. I think Herring's got to the ring quickly. 4 for 41, 4 balls left. 50's looking very good here. Herring perfect in his length there, by the way, Dan, right on the block hole.
Yeah.
41 is the score.
Yeah, well, Ben Herring took, I believe, 4 wickets in the second qualifying game last week on top of 118 not out.
Pretty big day at the office.
Huge day.
Oh, inside out over cover, but there's a sweeper there.
They
Is
take him on.
Peter going to come back
will.
for 2? That ball's got backspin on it.
They've made that 2. Well run. Great
Score
running.
check, please, Dan.
We've got to be 4 for 43 with 3 balls remaining in the Maryland Fletcher innings at 50 runs sort of target. Looks to be on here. Here comes Herring again. Looping them up. It's dug that into the wicket.
He's kept that inside the tram lines.
He has, and the zing stumps, if you can see that. Stumps been dislodged, but
The foot looked like it was down.
yeah.
We've got a little bit of delay here. The foot did appear to be down.
so Jason Verox is very sharp behind the stumps. Very sharp. 2 balls remaining, I believe, in this innings, barring any sundries. I think they've got to come back, and they have come back. Another 2, well run there by the Maryland Fletcher boys.
Hole was in and out much more quickly this time. He was on his motor then. Still runs like an ungainly emu, but he got there.
Maryland Fletcher 4 for 45 with 1 legal ball remaining for their innings.
Wallsend's done well.
There's 1.
They should hold that, and they do. So final score is 46. So Wallsend will be back in a few minutes, chasing 47 to win. I think that's slightly under. Dan, I reckon that's 5 runs under.
Yeah, look, I guess it's very hard to predict what a defendable total is in a 5 over a side game. But runs on the board, Wallsend still got to get 47. They've got to go about 8.8 and over. Early wickets are going to be key, and as few boundaries as possible for Maryland's chances of winning this semi-final. Just looking at the scorecard there, David Bailey 15, Chris Carlisle 4, Jared Toohey quickfire 14, Dane Stevens run out for 1, Cal Pinto 9 not out off 4 deliveries, and Josh Hull running really well there, supporting 3 off 2. Only 4 sundries in those 5 overs. 4 for 46 off those 5 overs. So 47 will actually be the total.
Correct. 47's the target. Josh Pettigrew 1 for 6.
It's at 9.4 and over. Sorry.
Jacob Simmons none for 12. Umar Javed, none for 12 Simmons, none for 12 Javed. Singh, the pick of the bowlers, 2 for 7 off his over. And Ben Herring actually did a pretty good job at the death, right at the death there, Dan, in getting this. He got through his over for 9. So 46 the total off 5. We're going to have a quick break here. A quick break. We'll just turn the sound off. And we'll be back shortly for the chase, which should be fascinating. Maryland Fletcher have made 46. Wallsend will be chasing 47 to qualify for the Denis Broad Cup final. Dan Saunders and David Redden back with you shortly. Players coming out, there's very short turnaround today with the restricted times. Dan, just quickly, we have, can you give us a bit of a rundown on the next game, which is the second semi-final, the conditions for the next game, Merewether and Waratah, please, Dan?
So the second semi-final between host Waratah Mayfield and Merewether will be a 16-over a side affair, so a T16 if you will. I believe it'll be a 5-over power play, and bowlers would be a maximum of 3 overs, 4 overs.
No, threes. Now hang on a second. One bowler should be able to bowl 4,
and the rest 3.
That's right.
Okay, so 5 bowlers will still be required.
Correct. Just on strike here, we've got Ben Herring listed on strike, and that does look like the big fella up there, and who whacks them. And Umar Javed is the non-striker.
Yeah, well, coming off what we said earlier, Ben Herring coming off a 118 not out in the second round fixture last week, actually here at this ground, I believe.
Okay.
He had a big day out in that 1 for 200 odd that they scored batting first. So Ben Herring will go a long way to Wallsend's chances of reeling in 47 in 5. Maryland Fletcher will be wanting to see the back of Ben Herring very early if there's a chance of defending this 46-run total.
Ryan Reedman has the rock. Ben Herring is on strike. Umar Javed is the non-striker. We're just about ready to go in the second innings of this T5 game, and yes, you heard right, T5. Dan Saunders and David Redden here with you, enjoying every single second of being with you at Waratah. First ball of the second innings about to take place. Herring bunts the first one down to mid-on for a streaky single. And Wallsend are away. They're none for 1.
So I guess it's literally calling, so they need 46 from 29.
Correct. That might be a wide, or has he got that off the thigh? It's 1. And they're going to come back for a double. Just waiting on the umpire. I think he's got his hand out for a leg bye here, Dan.
Yeah.
2 leg byes there for Wallsend. They're none for 3 off 2 rocks.
So they can really ill afford any no balls or wides. Those extra balls are just death in these, especially these really short form games.
And Maryland had 2 no balls and didn't take full toll of those in there too. If you look at their score, Pettigrew bowled a slow ball bounce and the other one was hit the backward point for a single.
Bowled
That's
in.
massive.
Reedman has gone through Javade. It's just a good old wily whooshka, and on the stumps, line and length. You miss, he hits, and that's what he's done. The zing stumps, doing what they're there to do, zinging around, and the first wicket has fallen. Wallsend District 1 for 3 in their pursuit of 47 runs to make the final of the Denis Broad Cup. A 5-over-a-side game here. Yeah, certainly no chance of it being boring, Dave Redden.
Absolutely no chance of it being boring. And you don't offer, I mean, T20 is a compressed enough game as it is. Then you get to the T10 and the 100 stuff they're playing in England at the moment, which we haven't seen in our country yet. And then you get to this T5, and it really, it's pressure points. You've got to win 60 to 70% of the big impact moments, and you'll get home.
Yeah, no, you've got to take every chance that's available, and I guess take whatever luck's available as well.
Josh Pettigrew is taking strike. Left arm quick, but a right hand bat.
Okay, so this first over can have a maximum of 2 outside this circle. We've got a deep mid wicket and a deep long on, look to be the 2 outside.
So he has to bowl full. He cannot bowl short with this field. He's got no protection on horizontal bat shots. Expect Reedman to go in and bore in full, maybe even at middle and off, to make him hit straight.
Down the leg side.
And he's bowled a short ball, and there you go. So the field set for straight driving, and Pettigrew's good enough to get a short ball and put it away for a boundary 4. Wallsend 1 for 7. Again, when you see this field, it's about bowl at this level of cricket, you have to bowl to your field, Dan.
That's right. Very much so. He'll fire back, but you're trying to get that ball up in the block hole. Can't afford anything on the leg side. Here he comes again, Reedman to Pettigrew. And he's gone straight through him again. The block hole, well, that's he's found it. 2 wickets to Ryan Reedman in 5 balls to leave Wallsend at 2 for 7. And it's still early days in this innings, but the Maryland Fletcher guys be very happy with their start to the defending of this total, Dave.
And the other thing is that Herring's faced 1 ball. And in a compressed game, they needed him to get as much strike. So Reedman's hit the stumps twice, and again, that was about length. He had his field is set to make them hit straight, and he bowled it full and got the rewards. Pettigrew out for 4. Wallsend now 2 for 7. We're still in the first over. We've got 1 ball left. And coming out to bat is Jacob Simmons. I would suggest to you that Herring will be after a dot, a 2 or a 4. I don't think he wants a single here. He'll want to monopolise the strike. Reedman going with the same deep set, deep cow, deep long on in front of us. Forward square, backward square, and then 5 in the ring on the offside. Again, does not want to induce a horizontal bat shot. Wants him to hit straight.
Oh, Reedman's got a 3rd wicket in the over, all clean bowled.
And the only good thing about that, he's hit middle stump again. The only good thing about that, Dan, is who's on strike in the next over.
Yeah, Ben Herring. And, I mean, you can never say one bloke getting 118 not out could be a bad thing, but a lot of these guys haven't had much batting time in this format, let alone a T5. Ben Herring's got a lot of work to do.
He has.
3
what
for
an over
7.
from Ryan Reedman. He's bowls 1 over, 3 for 7. Is that a match-winning over?
Well, 40 or 4, all of a sudden the run rate's already at the 10 and over.
Yep.
And their top order, 3 back in the pavilion.
Now, Jason Varoxis, from my knowledge, when he plays Stockton, is not necessarily a big hitter. I would imagine that his job at the moment is to give Herring as absolutely much strike as possible. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I'd definitely say Ben Herring is the key to Wallsend's chances here. Varoxis, certainly very technical, correct batsman. He'll punch the gaps if they're available. What Maryland Fletcher need to do now is put 2 overs together. And Chris Carlisle coming on to bowl. Certainly knows, very experienced campaigner, Chris, and knows how to bowl at that nagging line. He'll bowl to his field. It'll be interesting to see if Ben Herring can.
So let's have a look at the field. They've got it. Now he's going to bowl a different line. He's gone with a sweeper, basically a deep, like a deep cover point, and then a man at cow. Or actually forward square. Carlisle to Herring. Herring goes inside out. Probably will only get 1.
That's a good play there for Maryland. They've given up the single.
Well, he bowled to his field.
That's right.
That was quite, as far as I'm concerned, Carlisle meant to bowl a full ball outside. I've stumped to him.
Yep. 3 for 8.
He's not fast enough to bowl short. He cannot. He's got. This will protect, particularly bowling outside off stump. Dan doesn't necessarily want to be hit straight with this field.
No, that's right.
Although he can put blokes out.
He'll move the ball away from Varoxis. That's skied up and it's cleared everyone. That's very unlucky. We talked about luck in these games and that's gone Wallsend's way. 2 runs to Varoxis. Wallsend District 3 for 10.
NDCA Secretary Aaron Gray just advising us for the second game today, Merewether and Waratah. Merewether have won the toss and have decided to bat. Merewether won the toss and decided to bat in the second game today. Saunders and Redden here with you, the old firm. Carlisle bowling to Varoxis. Lovely shot.
Picked a gap too. Well fielded. They're coming back for 2. They are coming back for 2. Oh,
if that hit, he was
great
gone.
Throw.
And he's taken a tumble, and I'm not sure if he's well.
Ooh, Herring might be injured here.
He took a he's fallen on his left hip in particular at speed. And the big man will have a lot of he's in trouble.
Has he collected the ball or has he just fallen awkwardly?
Not what I saw. I saw him fall on his left hip and he's not in a good way. Rather than jibber jabber, we'll just wait for him to be treated. Dan and I might go off air for a minute, ladies and gentlemen, and just wait for Ben Herring to be treated. And again, we'll just give you a score check. It's 3 for 12 off 9 balls. They need 47 to win the game. Well, Dan and I will just go off air for a minute while Ben Herring's being treated. Okay, Brown Herring's had some treatment down. It looks like he's going to continue. They were looking at his knee. He, when he fell down, he fell on his left hip, but they're looking at his knee. He's taking his pad off now. He's actually going to continue on here. Hopefully he's okay.
He's certainly hobbling. Well, it's good to see that he's back up and on both legs. And if he's going to bat on, hopefully that he's not injured too badly. Ben Herring's a massive requirement here for Wallsend's chances of winning this game. So he's hoping he's okay.
If you're going to be ruthless, every time there's short runs, you go to his end now.
Definitely.
You're playing for a big boys cricket now.
Well,
he can hardly move.
Struggle to run.
Yeah. So that's a single to Viroxis down to sort of a 3/4 long on.
Well, I don't think you need to be Einstein to work out what Herring's approach is going to be from ball or moving forward.
Now, if Carlisle's brains in gear, if he wants to give him width, it's on the off stump. He's got on the off side, maybe a foot and a half out, just inside the tram lines and full. Let's see how the brain works.
Pulling straight. That's all right. A single's okay.
And you wonder whether it's going to get to a point where Herring can't go at all.
Well, that's right. You don't want him to do any further damage to the knee.
No.
3 for 14 with 1 ball remaining in the second over here. This 5 over a side semi-final, the Denis Broad Cup.
Carlisle's bowled beautifully this over. Can he finish off? It's the last ball of the over is always a key.
Roxas played across the line, straight to mid-wicket. Yeah, no chance of a single there with Herring's injury. End of the second over, Wallsend 3 for 14.
So 3 for 14 after 2 overs.
33 runs required off 18 deliveries. As you said, a great over there by Chris Carlisle. I said experienced campaigner. He'd know what to do with the conditions, with the state of play.
He hardly bowled a ball short. Everything was full.
Everything was full and just gentle. And they to make the mistake.
Yeah.
So Herring on 3, Viroxis on 5. And Herring will have the strike. Just waiting to see who.
Josh
Hole.
I think you'll find that fireworks will be coming.
We could be in a spot of bother here.
Yeah. I still reckon he'll go across over here towards the stand into Ben Patterson and Dylan Hunter country over there. More to the right of screen.
So we're thinking Herring will go cow corner.
Yeah, I reckon, and also if he gets anything short, it'll be deposited.
Interesting field setting. Got a deep point on the fence, deep cover on the fence, deep long off, deep long on, deep mid wicket. He skied that out to the deep cover, but they're only able to take one.
That's a very rare field, having a deep point and a deep sweeper. If they're only 30 metres apart.
Yeah.
And again, it indicates that Maryland Fletcher are going to try and bowl full outside off stump.
Full and wide.
Because they've got
a
coverage.
Smart tactic.
Yeah. Because it restricts where they can hit.
That's right.
Herring's standing on the wrong side here. That's the runner. And again, he bowls full outside off stump.
Sorry, Dave.
You go, Dan.
To say this is very smart bowling by Josh Hull because the quick singles just aren't going to happen. Herring's knees obviously bothering him. They're either ones or boundaries, it looks like, for Wallsend here, or dot balls. He's got onto that. That's coming straight down.
Over him. He won't take that. Dropped right on the fence here. Ran under it slightly.
Deep long on wasn't on the fence, and he's knocked it into the fence for 4.
4 runs there. So there's the first boundary of the innings. It's 3 for 20. And as predicted more by Dan Saunders and by Redden, he goes a little bit straighter. Didn't actually get all of that.
No, I mean, probably should have been taken, but 8 off 5 now Herring. At the halfway stage of this inning, 3 for 20, 27 runs required off 15 balls.
Lovely length.
How has that not hit the stumps?
Terrific length there.
Nice bowling, Josh Hull. Just bowling line and length. He would have been taught well by his old man, John. Well, Johnny Hull keeping today, the skipper. But, yeah, well-known trundler, just bowled line and length, snagging away. Here's Josh.
He's very powerful.
Bowling to his field. That's great. They'll only get one there.
I'm most impressed by the way they're bowling and the length of the line they're bowling. They've bowled one short ball and Pettigrew was good enough to put it away. The rest of it's been almost immaculate line and length.
That's right.
3 for 21. Last ball of the over, of the third over. Veroxis, that should be safe. That'll get to the ring. And he takes the strike off Herring. So there's 12 balls left. Wallsend are 3 for 22. They need 25 off 12.
Well bowled there by young Josh Hull. That's 7 runs from each of the first 3 overs. The run rate now out to 12.5.
That's interesting. Yeah, it is 3 for 22, so that's right. So Verox, if the brain's in gear, Veroxis needs to get the strike as soon as possible to Herring and let Herring go.
Yeah, they're going to need to start hitting some boundaries to be a chance of winning this contest, Wallsend, which they'll know.
Very much in favour at the moment of Maryland Fletcher, but
yeah.
T20 is, especially T5, this is not a T20 of course, this is T5. T5 is...
So Dane Stevens will be the bowler.
Rapid swings in momentum. Veroxis needs to get the strike to... He's gone straight, at least he's got Herring the strike.
Is there anyone there?
No, he's half necked it.
Single.
Just gets to the ring. Best result possible for Wallsend for mine, and Herring needs to start thinking some maximums, at least 4s. He needs to get them down to about 12 or 13 to go. He needs to get them to about 34, I reckon, at the end of this over. Dan?
Stevens into Herring. Oh, great bowling. Dot ball. That's gold in this contest.
Again, their length's been so good.
Right in the block hole there, and there's not much Herring could do but just jam that out. And the chance of even the quick singles taken off the table with the knee injury. 24 off 10 Wallsend require.
They need to get to 34 at the end of this over. That gives them a manageable target in the last over. I reckon 34's par here.
Comes Stevens again to Herring. Down the leg side. Ooh.
Did he get a little? It's a leg
It's
by.
a leg so just 1 run onto the total.
Might have got a bit lucky there because that was outside leg stump.
So if it missed the pad, it's a wide and
it would have been
ball.
Yeah,
so 3 for 24.
Off 21 rocks. Veroxis needs boundaries now. Inside edge on the pad.
Yeah, it just got no choice but to take the single. Great over so far by Dane Stevens. 2 runs in the leg by from the first 4 balls.
Score check 3 for 25. There are 8 legal balls left in the innings. 8. And Herring needs boundaries of these 2 balls. Doesn't get it.
Wooshka at that. They've run the first hard. They could come back for 2 here. They've taken on. And he's out.
So that's a single to Herring.
And it's Veroxis run out.
That's right. Gee, did a good job here.
That's great effort by Dane Stevens.
And
great fielding there by Maryland Fletcher.
So it's a single to Herring. So just to check there, the score is now 4 for 26. And again, there's going to have to be some absolute blitzkrieg in the last over. I think that Maryland Fletcher 8/10 of the way home.
Yeah, in which I guess might be regarded as yet another upset. They've been the giant killers of this Denis Broad Cup. I believe last week it was Cardiff Bullaroo and Toronto they defeated in consecutive games at the Pasterfield complex out there.
Now, be truthful. You don't believe. You know it's the truth. So he's just underestimating himself there. He knows exactly who they beat. So don't pull the wool over my eyes, my friend.
Don't dribble on your back and do your training.
I wasn't born yesterday, my friend. I know you know.
So Herring's just retained the strike. Stevens with 1 ball left in this over.
And he really needs the strike. He needs the strike. It's as simple as that.
Here comes Stevens.
And he's going to get the strike.
Great pick up. 1 run.
We're just waiting for live score now. I believe the score is 4 for 27. And Herring's got strike. Yeah, it will be 4 for 27. So there's 6 legal balls left.
They need 20.
They need 20 in and over. Now, who will bowl? Let's have a look.
Yeah, they've actually, just on the live scoring, they've got Herring as being run out. They've got that back to front.
They have got that back to front. It's actually Herring is out there, as we can see. They've got that incorrect. So just on your live scoring there, it's actually Herring that was he is still there, and Varoxis has been run out. So Tui is going to bowl the last over. This is Jared Tui. He's actually bowling. You can see on the screen there it says Jason Varoxis. That is not correct. It's Ben Herring has strike, and really needs to go maximum once or twice here early in the over to give them any chance. You'll wonder whether Tui's actually spinner.
No,
is he going to bowl little meds?
I think he's just going to bowl darts. Smart bowling.
Again, they've bowled full. They're looking at two here. They're going to get them too. Really well run by Rhythm Singh there, although they ended up throwing to Herring's end. 4 for 29, Dan. 18 required of 5.
Yeah, no, Jared's just going to bowl full and straight at the stumps.
Long on, deep cow, deep forward square. The 3 men on the fence on the leg side. That's a wide.
Ooh.
4 for 30. 17 needed of 5 legal deliveries.
Still got... That's Herring on strike.
Short.
He's hit that pretty clean.
There's no one there at long off. Will that go for 4? It does. So that's the boundary they needed to keep them going. 4 for 34. They need 13 off 4 rocks, not without the realms of possibility.
Okay, so they're now moving mid-off.
So
back.
someone has to come in, and it's one of the deep points. So
yeah, singles aren't going to win this game. Boundaries are.
Yeah.
Need to get as many back on the fence as they're allowed.
which is 5.
So deep square, deep mid, deep long on, deep long off.
And sweeper. That's another wide. So the scores are being corrected here in front of us as we speak. They'll come back to us quickly. He hasn't got all that. Should be.
Too well.
He's got to come back for a double. Sing, and he does.
Oh, they're going to get their 2 in.
Sorry about this, but we're just a little bit hamstrung by the score. The scores are needing to be corrected. I think the score's something like 38 or 39 with the boundary and so forth. I'm sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen.
Upload my cricket here. I do apologise.
Which makes it 39 if it's 8 off 3. That's 6.
He's hit that well.
Wow. I reckon, sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen, I think that score should be 45. Just there's a board being updated on our right, the manual board. Aaron Gray, can you confirm if that's 45, please? It's 43. So there are, looks like there's 4 to win. Another wide. You are kidding me. Gracious me. That's 44.
3 off 2, the crowd are calling out.
3 off 2, are they?
5 off 2.
That should be a double. Oh, he won't get there. Oh, he's fallen over his feet. Herring pushes. Gets there. Now, again, sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just waiting for the score to come up on the manual board here at Waratah. I'll get Aaron Gray to confirm for me, please. I do not know what the score is. I'm sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen.
There seems to be a bug with
everybody's
cricket. It's frozen up at the end of the 4th over.
Everybody is getting the score right with the scorers. They have to get it right. They've got to know what they're going to do with that last ball. I reckon the score's 45, but we'll just wait and see. Herring doing a superb job in this last over. Scorers, they're going to take their time and get the score right, which I agree with, Dan.
Yeah, most definitely.
I reckon he's got a 5 in his hand. We're just waiting.
So scores are tied, is that right?
Which would mean that he's got to put up a 6 here. Just waiting. They're still going through it. There's some conjecture. The delay has to be had here because everybody's got to know what they're doing here, because Maryland and Fletcher have got to have the ability to bring their field into the ring. So I reckon it's 45. We're just waiting to see. It's been a blitzkrieg in this last over. So, Dan, on our screen at the moment it's 34, and then I reckon Herring's hit a double and then a 6. So after 37 it's 4.3. Then there was a 6.
Another wide too in there.
Oh, there's a wide in there as well. That's what the problem is. There's a wide in there. You're right. Yeah, there's been 2 wides this over, well, both outside a stump. Sorry for the delay, everybody.
Okay, so it was the last play.
Yeah, and they've got 4 for 44 off 4.4, and then they've just run a double, haven't they, to forward square? So I reckon the score's tied
with one ball remaining.
With 1 ball remaining. Just waiting for the score to go out on the board. Okay, scores are formally tied. So Maryland do get the chance to bring the field in.
Wow. A T5 clash, and we're a chance of a tie.
And do we go to super over, Aaron, in this, the playing conditions? We've got the book here. We'll get that information for you shortly. It is 46 each. There is 1 ball remaining. Ben Herring's gone berserk in this last over, hitting a 6 and a 4 and a couple of doubles. And the wides. Those wides are critical, Dan Saunders.
Yeah, very much so. And 19 runs off 5 balls from this over.
So he's got to get this. He needs to get Herring running to the danger end. Whatever he does.
He needs block hole. Because any room, he's going to hit it over the ring and
win.
That'll be game over. Basically, a wicket's what he needs.
Yes. And the players have got to be smart here. They've got to throw to the bowler's end. If there is a quick single on, it's bowler's end.
I reckon single will be quick out of the blocks at the non-striker's end.
Here we go. Last ball, it's 46 apiece. And they've done it. And Ben Herring produces an absolutely brilliant last over. That's actually not 4 runs. Technically, that should be 1 because the game's finished when they cross for that single. But anyway, doesn't matter. Wallsend end up officially 4 for 50. And they get home on the very last ball. Ben Herring, 31 off 17, Dan. A quick roundup, please, from you before we go off air for a few minutes.
Dave, you did say they were about 5 runs short, and you've hit it on the head. An unfortunate last over there for Maryland Fletcher, but Ben Herring, with a knee injury, what a great effort with the bat. 31 not out off 17 balls. And Wallsend are through to the final of the Denis Broad Cup. I'll be sit and wait now to see the victor of the other Denis Broad semi-final, which will be between Merriweather and Waratah Mayfield, which will be up very shortly.
It will indeed. So Wallsend 4 for 50, defeat Maryland Fletcher 46, and a last ball job. Ben Herring star with one leg, 31 not, and gets them home. On behalf of Dan Saunders, this is David Ridden. We'll have a short break and be back with you for Merriweather and Waratah Mayfield here from Waratah number 1.